Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Christmas Eve is just around the corner, and if you still don't know what to make, I have the perfect recipe for you. What about some beef Wellington? Let's go. And here are the ingredients. You're gonna need bacon, chopped up mushrooms, butter, marjoram, an egg yolk, thyme and parsley, a shallot, some extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, fresh garlic, white wine and puff pastry, and some beef. First, you want to season your beef.
I'm just using salt and pepper for this, and you can season your beef before putting it in a pan. Just don't let it sit for very long. I don't know who came up with this, but it's a lie.
Take your beef and add it to a pan with some oil. It needs to be really hot because we need to seal the pores. This can take up to 10 minutes. Wait a little bit and then move the beef around so it's sealed on every side.
Searing the pores will develop a nice roasting flavor, and the beef will get a nice crust, as you can tell. And B, this helps prevent the beef from losing too much meat juices. I don't know about you, but this piece of meat looks absolutely beautiful. Did you know that beef Wellington was named after the first Duke of Wellington? I thought I'd mention this in case you end up on Jeopardy and this is a question that they're gonna ask you. Jokes aside, but it is very similar to the French bœuf en croûte. Even though we eat a lot of chicken at home, I feel like beef Wellington is one of my favorites when it comes to beef. I could literally eat this without any side dishes. What about you? Do you prefer chicken over beef? Let me know in the comments.
All right, in a second pan, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil and my butter. Let that melt, and then we're gonna add our mushrooms.
I chose 3 kinds of mushrooms for this dish. I went with yellow boletuses, button mushrooms, and oyster mushrooms. But you go ahead and pick your favorite mushrooms. And even if it's just one kind, that's totally fine too.
Next, I'm going to add my herbs.
Make sure to chop up the mushrooms and the herbs as fine as possible. Also, as you can see, I'm using dried marjoram for this dish. I would have used fresh one, but I couldn't find any, so go ahead and use fresh one if you can find it.
Then I'm going to add my garlic and my shallot. And then let that simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes on medium heat.
Mushrooms kind of work like a sponge. They soak up all the flavor, and that is absolutely perfect for this dish.
The smell is insane. I'm not lying. Try it yourself. It's freaking amazing.
By the way, if you just started cooking, this is more of an advanced recipe. It was very intimidating for me when I first tried it.
We're going to finish this off with a little bit of white wine, and then let that cook until the white wine has been absorbed by the mushrooms.
So if you're like me and you don't consume alcohol, that's totally fine. You can still make this dish because by the time we're done, there won't be any alcohol left in the skillet.
All right, take your bacon slices and place them on a piece of foil, and they need to overlap each other a little bit.
I don't know if I've ever told you, but I freaking love bacon. I don't eat pork that much because I always feel like it has kind of like a metallic flavor to it. But bacon, oh boy. You could literally wrap a shoe in bacon and it would taste freaking amazing, especially if you top it off with melted cheese. Anyways.
Take your mushrooms and place them on top of the bacon.
We want a thin and even layer of mushrooms on top of the bacon. Try not to go to the top as much and leave about a centimeter or 2 because we're gonna roll this up later. If you work your way all the way to the top, we will not be able to keep all of the mushrooms in there. They're gonna fall out, and trust me, we don't wanna waste anything. This is some pretty good stuff right here.
Roll it up tight and then put it in your fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Alright, now we're going to wrap our beef one last time. And for that, we're using puff pastry. And here it doesn't matter if you're using frozen or fresh puff pastry. It works just fine either way. Obviously, if you're using frozen one, you need to defrost it first. I try to always make stuff myself, but with puff pastry, first, ain't nobody got time for this. And second, the stuff that you get at the grocery store is perfect. So there's no shame in using a convenience product. But if you're interested in learning how to make puff pastry at home from scratch, let me know in the comments down below and I will shoot a video for you. Roll your beef up tight and then close the end with a little bit of egg wash. Tuck in the sides, remove any excess, and then
Put that roll back in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes.
preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Take your baby out of the fridge, remove the foil, and place it on a baking sheet. Then take your egg wash and brush it all over your beef Wellington. Some people get really creative and put a pattern on top with an extra piece of puff pastry. I'm pretty basic, but go ahead and put a pattern on top if that's what you want. That's a good thing about cooking. You can be very creative. Pop your beef Wellington in your oven and bake it for about 18 to 20 minutes. We are shooting for a slightly pink center. Please don't overcook it. We want it medium. We don't want no shoe sole.
Look at that. Take it out, let it rest for another 10 minutes, and then you're ready to serve.
The best side dishes for beef Wellington are mashed potatoes or scalloped potatoes, oven roasted veggies, asparagus, and green beans. And if you need a sauce, serve it with Madeira sauce, sour béarnaise, or a classic red wine sauce. And here it is, my beef Wellington. If you've liked this video, please smash a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.